Hey everyone, we're playing Palworld. We're at the new base as far as Feybreak, mining a little bit of the Hexalite quartz, but I've had a couple of questions from you guys regarding the crude oil deposit here on how to get 2 extractors on top of it. So I thought, hey, why don't I show you guys specifically at the new base, and what I'm going to say can be applied to any other oil nodes in the world. Alright, so here we go. So this is the actual deposit itself. Essentially, what we're going to try to do is build an extractor as far away from the middle as possible to be able to get the other one on board, essentially on the other side. So keep track of the middle here. What we're going to have to do is find the largest rock that kind of sticks out, so then we kind of know where to place it. And you can also, I don't know if this is true, but you kind of see like guidelines. Those are also useful to know. But honestly, the easiest way that I found to do this is to kind of just move it around until you get... I can't describe it in a word, but essentially, when you look at it, you're going to just kind of see like a certain depth at where it turns blue that is... like, where you kind of know the other one is also going to be able to fit. Now, this one is actually a terrible example. Out of all the oil nodes that I've done, this is by far the hardest one to do, just because it's slightly slanted. But in this case, I'll give you guys a spoiler. The longest rock in this case is going to be this one right here. But again, all of them are going to follow a similar pattern. But as you can see, if we kind of go up to this one, and then just back up slowly, try to take a look at where it turns blue, and as you can see, it turns blue very far away from that center of the actual deposit. So me looking at this, you can kind of tell like, okay, that's going to be enough space to fit in another one. And again, when you're putting it down, you're going to be able to kind of tell. So like I can tell that this is far from the middle, but then we go here, and then it's clearly not far from the middle. Okay, it's clearly not far from the middle. So honestly, when you're looking at new nodes that isn't this one, just kind of run around the edge and see where you can kind of put it. And once you find either the longest rock or something that kind of looks very far from the middle, that you're pretty much guaranteed to have it right. So in this case, I know this is the farthest one. Just by visual inspection, I can kind of see how far it is away from the middle. Then take the other one. And another thing I've done, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I try to line up the back ends a little bit. But essentially, you just kind of align yourself up, walk backwards, and kind of spam click until it turns blue. Now, you might have to do this for quite a while. It's not as simple as... like, it's a very, very minor space that it can fit. So, again, even as I've done... see, like, okay, right there. It just, like, kind of clicked in. I didn't expect it to click in, but it clicked in. So, yeah, go ahead and do what I showed you, finding the longest rock, comparing it to the middle. And then, once you've got that in, you can kind of spam click around with the other one, try to keep it parallel. And really, it's as easy as that. And then, of course, remember to build yourself one of these pylons. Make sure you got some ore zerks powering them up. And then make sure to just build at least a wooden chest right next to it so the oil can get taken out and put into the chest. Yeah, that's about it. And I did this with my other base also, but I did that before the video. So let me just quickly play a time-lapse of me doing it to the other base. I'll just put a little bit of music behind it. You guys can visually inspect how I did it then too. But yeah, this is how you put in 2 of the extractors on 1 crude oil deposit. Okay, everybody, there is one thing that I've been meaning to do along with the Meowmere, and that is to make the beam sword. I feel like a lot of people were almost more excited for the beam sword than the Meowmere, because it's like almost a lightsaber, right? So, let's go ahead and make that beam sword. I also do want to make the advanced bow, but I'm still kind of farming out that hexalite for it. So that one will take a minute, but this beam sword is extremely interesting, and I'm really wondering how it's going to work. Because, like, you know, the Meow Mirror has, like, kind of a ranged effect. What about the Beam Sword? Is it something just up close? Its damage is much higher. I mean, it looks pretty sick. Oh, you kind of do, like, a Obi-Wan Kenobi dash. Y'all ever... If you guys have ever played, like, a Star Wars game, you know that, like, Jedi have this, like, dash ability. Or maybe that's just, like, my nostalgia brain thinking of, like, Star Wars Battlefront for the PS2. So it seems like this is the only attack that I can actually do with it, though. I can't just do, like, a close attack, no light, heavy. Like, it's just this single dash move. And maybe I'm stupid and don't know how buttons work, but I can't seem to figure out any other attack other than this dash. So, yeah, I don't know if I just want to not move. I don't know if that's... You guys can roast me in the comments. I'm cool with it. Let's try it on a pal, though. Yeah, I mean, I feel like closing the distance between you and a pal or you and a rock or a tree is great, but if you just want to stand still and attack it, it seems a little silly. Yeah, I'm not really sure of, like, what's, like, the proper application of this utility. Like, it's cool. I'm not really sure. I mean, obviously, look, I have a legendary plasma cannon. I'm not going to use a beam sword. But I'm wondering, like, even for people that aren't at the end of the game, like, how is this useful? Especially because of, like, the, you know, the location control. You have to dash to attack. Let me see, kid. Does it work midair? Okay, it does work midair, so that's a +1. Okay, and the other thing that I want to do, now that we made the beam sword, is I've been to a lot of meteor sites, and I've been collecting a lot of these stat increase potions, and I've kind of been saving them up just so I could make, like, a quick jungle juice of stat increases. So this is going to go from, I think I have a couple of work speed, I have carry weights, I have some staminas, I have a couple of health. Like I said, while I've been kind of exploring the new island, I have been getting hit by meteors, and then also I've been collecting huge frozen eggs to obviously get the new and last pal that I'm trying to collect, which we will do right after this. But yeah, so because of both of those, I've been collecting a lot of these drinks, and yeah. Very cool. Let's try to get that new pal now. Okay, everybody. I might be the biggest goober of all time. I've just been playing for like an hour, and I just haven't been recording. So, that's wonderful. Let's go through, I guess, some of the things that I did. I'm like trying to remember, like, what did I do? So, first things first. I collected a whole bunch of night star sand, and I collected it from this area over here. So, along this ridge, and then along this ridge. I just traveled with my jet Ragon, and I basically just collected it during the night. It's really not that hard to find. It glows. Now, it is important to note, this night star sand does spawn everywhere else. So it's not just this island like something like the chromite. You can find some of this night star sand even in this island and different places near the Palladius, near like the main town over here. But yeah, where I seem to find the most is along this coastline right here, and I just use a jet Ragon to fly around. So I did that, and I also made a little bit of Hexlite, and I went ahead and made the legendary advanced bow, this one right here. And then I do have some advanced arrows just from drops from normal. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. So it's 8700 attack. Let's see how quick it attacks. Okay, so it takes a second, and then you go, boom. I mean, I feel like that's pretty... I mean, okay, it's not going to be as good as my plasma cannon. Like, let's be honest here. Okay, nope, that's not what I meant to do. But let's... Can I... Okay, so I can attack while on this. I mean, shoot. You know what? Let me make sure my damage is at, like, the normal. Okay, double check. My damage is currently at the base of 1. So let's do this. Let's go over to the new boss, and I just want to see its damage output, even maybe compared... Okay, why am I... cannot get off of that. Let's... Oh, and I think I do have a cheeseburger or two lying around. Hold on. Let me grab the cheeseburger. Okay, I have the Blazamut with me. I also have my buffs. I ate a cheeseburger, and I have the advanced bow. yeah, let's go ahead and just do the normal battle, and let's see what the damage output is looking like. So it's, again, it's 87, and there goes my phone again, 8700 attack. So theoretically it should be good. Let me quickly turn down my phone before I blow your guys' eardrums out for the 5th time. So if I jump on this, let's see, how much damage do I do? I mean, honestly, that's, like, not bad. But, I mean, okay, that's alright. Here's what I'm thinking. Is this a viable weapon? Yes. Is it a weapon you really should be using if you have something like the plasma cannon? Probably not. Like, it's definitely outputting damage. But even, like, okay, so let's just see him, you know, 4,000, 4,000. And, like, again, the fact that you have to kind of hold back on it and it takes a while. Let me pull out my plasma cannon and let me show you what this thing can do. So it's almost 10,000 damage with each bullet. And I feel like the reload is almost faster. So it's doing like an extra 4,000 damage, and it can hit 2 times. And I think in a quicker succession too. Yeah, so I think this consensus is an obvious. The plasma cannon is better. But is the bow bad? No, not really. The bow is pretty darn good. Okay, we're going back to the main base. Here's the other thing that I did. And again, I'm like confused at what I lost and what I didn't. But essentially, we needed to grab the last pal, which was the Bastigor. And one of you guys told me in the comments how to make it. What was it? A guy named Ultimate Assassin? Again, I said all this and I lost it. But yeah, this dude told me in the comments that if you breed an Anubis along with a Frostallion, that you go ahead and you make a Bastigor. So I said, alright. I bet the Detroit Lions Super Bowl win on this. And I said, if you're wrong, I'm calling you out live. So, let's see. Was he correct? And they were. What I went ahead and did, let me see if I still have them in my box. I bred... Oh, apparently they're not in my box. Let me try to find the Frostallion that I bred. It's the one that I usually ride. Oh, never mind, they are still here. So I went ahead and bred this Frostallion because I wanted Vanguard on it because it's going to be a battle Bastigon. And then I bred it along with this Anubis, which is one of my battle Anubises, so I could try to get something like Serenity, Ferocious, Legend, or Musclehead on it. Now, I know there are much better passives, like these super rare passives that came out this update. So funny enough, all my super great pals that I made have to be redone because there's these way better passives, which I haven't looked into too much, but I know that's something that I got to do. So anyway, I bred these two, and lo and behold, what did I get? I went ahead and got myself one Bastigor, if I could find it, right here. And, again, in my amazement, we got a really good one. We got Ferocious Vanguard, Ice Emperor, and Burly Body. A lot of the things that I wanted, and what's nice is it is an Ice Pal, so something like Ice Emperor isn't wasted on this. It's great. So, yeah, can it be better? Obviously, yes, with these new super rare passives that are amazing and crazy. But for the first Bastigor that I got, I'm pretty happy with it. I think this thing's going to be a monster, especially if I get it up to 60. And what's great is I have this one. I'm going to continue breeding, and I'll have to start a new batch of new pals with these new passives and kind of see what I can do. That's going to be a whole process that I have to start doing very soon here. But we got the Bastigor. That's nice. And with that, we have essentially finished the pal deck for the most part. Let me quickly sleep, and then we'll actually go through my pal deck. Real quick, though. Everybody at home, hydrate. Let's all get some water in our systems here. Now, are you guys almost... Dude, how are these two not done? If we go to my Palpedia, we are officially done, though. So, the last entry is Guild Day, and as you can see, we have gotten every single one of the new pals, including the Frostallion knocked. Let's see, where does the stop? Stops about right here. We got Xenolord. We got everything. And then, of course, all of the old pals, we have all of them. Really, the only thing I'm missing is 1 or 2 variations of the pals. And the only one that I saw that I was missing was, funny enough, the Ephedrine Aqua. So I went ahead and put in a Serpent and an Ephedrine in the breeding here, and I'm going to try and get it. So, you know what? While we're waiting for this last pal, just so I can claim it in my deck, let's talk about a few things. So I mentioned earlier the Night Star Sand and how most of it that I found, if we go to my map, was in basically the shorelines here. At least that's where I found the most of it. I was looking, and I was hoping that there would be a pal that we can butcher to maybe farm the Night Star Sand, and I didn't see one. I'm starting to think, is the only way to get that sand is by straight running around and grabbing it? I don't know. So I want you guys to tell me in the comments if you have any insight on the sand. What is the fastest way to get it? Is picking it up from the sand the only viable way to get it? It just seems like so weird that the only viable way to get it would be use kind of like such a hard method, but that's all I found. But again, let's use the comments. Hey, if you guys know something that I don't, please tell me, and please tell everyone else in the comments so we know how to do it. Alright, there is the big ol' egg. Now let's see. Does this actually give me what I want? I'm actually not sure. I don't know if it's like outdated. Oh, okay, no, the Ephedrine Aqua. Okay, perfect. We did get the thing that I wanted. So, according to what I know, I have the full Palpedia. And here, I'll even like scroll through. I know none of you guys care enough to actually like go through my list and make sure I have everything, but like I swear I think I do. Now I haven't meticulously looked and made sure that I have every single version of everything, but dude, I'm pretty sure that I do. And again, you guys can double check me if you really, really care. And hey, if you want a reason to roast me in the comments, look through and see if I'm missing anything. And if I am missing anything, I'm giving you guys permission to absolutely toast me in the comments. I straight up don't even mind. Okay. And okay, I know there is a flower version of Gummos. But it's technically it's like a different skin. It's not a different pal, so I don't count that one. But anyway, yeah, feel free to go through my Palpedia. Tell me if I'm missing something like a dummy. But yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain. Okay, so we made the advanced bow. We made the beam sword. We went ahead and got the Bastigore. We finished the Palpedia. We really set up the crude oil, nice and efficient. We talked a little bit about the Night Star Sand. Is there anything else? I do want to make this laser Gatling gun too, but again, I really want to wait for the schematic until I do anything with that. We also have the katana, which is interesting. I'm not going to unlock it because it's just kind of a waste of points. I have so many other swords. I think the Meowmere and the Beam Sword are much cooler anyway. But oh, the medicine rack is always interesting. Actually, we should probably make a medicine rack. I don't know why I haven't done that here. Especially considering all of my pals are, like, super depressed. You know what, let me, right next to the spa, let me go ahead and build a, you know what, let me, oh, I have my battle team with me. Let's go ahead and put these bad boys away. Where'd I put my normal team? Away, my normal team got shuffled. I hate it when I do that, where I stick my team in here, and then, of course, I loot. No, I want you to come with me. Oh, no. Okay, where's my work, homie? You know what, you can come with me just for a second. Anyway, the video's gonna end here in a minute. Yeah, let's go ahead and build that medicine shelf. And now we'll be able to put medicines in here. And pals are just gonna come and medicate themselves. What? Let's see, where? The question is, where did I put my medicine? Wow, let's use the power of the big machine. Let's see, high-grade medicine. Why don't I just put all of the medicine in there? Like, why would I keep any of the medicines inside this when I now have a storage rack full of medicines? Alright, so the pals can come. Feel free and medicate yourselves. So yeah, I think what I want to do in the next video, as far as just... Oh, and another question for you guys. If there's anything that you want to see, please tell me in the comments, and I'll definitely try and do it. I'm always looking for feedback. If you guys want to see something specific, I will do it. But as far as what I'm going to try and do in the next couple of videos... Ooh, I just got real dizzy. Dude, it is like a little dark in here and a little disorienting, I'm going to be honest with you. But I want to breed some pals, some really good pals. I want to explore some of the new passives to make a really good battle team. Really the last big thing we haven't done is we haven't fought Xenolord in the Ultra raid. We've done the normal, not the Ultra, so I need to get myself prepared for that Ultra raid. I want to get that legendary Gatling gun. Now, we have the legendary bow and the cannon. I think the Gatling gun's like the last big weapon that I needed legendary. Of course, I still need legendaries as far as my armor goes, both my helmet and my chest. Now with the chest I have an epic, so I'm not too mad about that one. Also, I'm like, oh, it's getting late at night. I'm gonna squeak a little bit. Y'all will have to forgive me a little bit. And then, yeah, I might want to breed a couple of really great Bastigors. I'm really happy with this one, but I want to make some even cooler ones. And then, the obvious, I'll probably just do some shiny hunting. I'll probably gather a few more Xenolords. And if I forget anything, I'll hopefully add it into the video at some other point. But alright guys, I think I'm going to end today's video. Maybe it's a little short. Again, the whole me forgetting to record kind of screwed me up a little bit. But, yeah, we've got still plenty to do, a lot to play. And I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys can join me for the ride. But yeah, I'll see you guys next video.